Hi, this is Nick Forster. Every week on the air, we recognize someone our listeners have told us about, folks who are stepping up in their own communities or beyond and making a positive impact. We do this not only to share these inspiring stories with listeners like you, but to remind us that so often, even in the face of big problems, little steps can lead to great results. It's the eChievement Award, and here's Helen to tell you about this week's winner.
A few years back, a seminary class that Tommy Clark attended inspired him to identify his strengths and use them to help others.
After that class, I went home and I started thinking, I was like, well, I love riding my bike and I've been doing it a long time. And, what can I do with my bike that is a part of service? What can I do to serve my community?
Wanting to combine his personal passions as a minister, a competitive cyclist, and a guy who loves to cook, Tommy decided he wanted to bring both nourishment and friendship to the homeless in his area. On impulse, he made a bunch of burritos and set out on his bike to find people who looked like they were in need.
I just went riding around downtown and midtown Memphis. When I saw somebody that looked like they were in need, I stopped and sat down beside him and said, "Hey, my name is Tommy. Have you had dinner tonight? And you're interested in a bean burrito?" And we'd have a conversation. It was just a very good, moving, spiritually moving night, and it inspired me.
This small one-man effort quickly grew once word spread about what Tommy was doing. Friends and others joined him to form a grassroots movement that's feeding an impressive number of hungry people each week. In the process, a close-knit community of volunteers from all walks of life has been created. Rain or shine, they can be found riding around Memphis, handing out food and more, all with a friendly and welcoming attitude towards people who find themselves living on the streets.
There's always an opportunity, and that community in Memphis is large, and I think they rely on us. And in the wintertime, we not only take out food, we take out blankets and jackets, anything that we can fit into a backpack or a bicycle trailer and pull around and hand out.
Yeah.
Today, the group distributes several hundred meals twice a week, plus countless articles of clothing, personal hygiene products, and more. Since its humble beginning, the Urban Bicycle Food Ministry, as it's called, has fed tens of thousands of people. More importantly, they're educating the public about the challenges of homelessness, and they're helping the homeless in their community regain a sense of dignity.
Do you see people transition out of homelessness a little bit because they get the idea that somebody is kind of looking out for them or at least paying attention to them?
Yes, and I'll hear a story every now and then. I remember a guy stopped me and a few of my friends that were riding around together on a Wednesday night about a year or so ago, and stopped us and said, hey, and we, of course, put out a burrito and said, "Yeah, have a dinner tonight?" And he said, I don't need one. But I just came to tell you that several months ago, you gave me dinner, and when I was hungry, and I'm good now, and I've got 2 jobs, and I've got housing, but in a really hard time in my life, you helped me.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's things like that that keep us riding.
If you'd like to find out more about the Urban Bicycle Food Ministry or to learn about some of our other recent eChievement Award winners, visit our website at eTown.org.